Hello again, it's Noob, and I was looking at my collection thinking, what do I want to pick today that I haven't picked? And I just was instantly attracted to this gorgeous Federal 500 lock body with, by the way, a beautiful brass keyring, which I don't know if I got it off somebody or got that from a lock expo, so really can't remember, but just really matches up. And I just thought, what a really handsome looking lock. And I really do like it. It's chunky, it's big, it's close shackle, it's got this sort of nice lozenge shape, the beveled edges, everything about it just genuinely really pleasant to look at. The only problem is it's got a Schlage style keyway. You can see it's not got any little mountains here, so it's not an Everest or anything like that. It's not Schlage Everest, just a standard Schlage, which is a bit of a waste in a lock like this. And there's the key, very standard bitting for a Schlage SE1 type keyway. The lock's gorgeous, the core not so much. So you might be thinking, well, this is a very low security lock Noob. Why are you picking this? Two reasons primarily. One, my channel is still a bit of a blog of all the locks I pick. I use it as a reference point as much as anything, and also you never know who else has got a lock similar to this. They might find it interesting. And the other thing is that whilst loads of you have stuck with my channel for ages, and thank you so much, I love the support I get. There are always new people who just join the channel, and they might actually just want a video where I pick a relatively low security lock and talk about the techniques and my approach to it. So that's basically what we're going to do today. So raking, because I know that this core has standard pins, by and large it doesn't matter what I use. These are great profiles, a triple peak, a snake, or a worm rake to go with. Hard to know which one to choose. This one gives you a bit more precision in the keyway. These are a bit more kind of like using to rock and rake and lift. So what I might just do is just try the triple peak because it's a very versatile tool. I'm going to put some light tension on. By light, I really mean light, just enough to make sure that the core is going to turn in the lock and no more really. They're going to put this in, we can angle it down, angle it back, rotate in circles, figure of 8, lift it higher and lower in the lock, whatever sort of works. So just going to go in that keyway, and we're just going to try and just get under some of these pins and give it a rake. And you'll see that I'm going around in sort of circles, circular patterns. And eventually you'll sort of feel everything sort of go loose in there, which usually implies that it's well picked and the core should turn. So there we go. And if I turn that around, you'll see that we did get an open. Next up, some single pin picking, and I'm not going to go sort of bottom of the keyway this time because I want access to the bottom of the keyway. So I don't want to do this. I want to just use a piece of very thin bent wiper blade to go top of the keyway. Then that gives me room to maneuver my hook around this keyway if I want to. It just makes things a bit easier. So let's that's pin 5, 4, 3, was that 2, might have been 2, 1, and there we go, open. Easy as that. Now for completeness, just to see what's in there, I suspect it's all standard pins. Let's have a go at gutting this. Shouldn't take too long if all goes well. Just moving some stuff around. So I've got access to my followers. And yeah, let's have a go. So haven't actually undone this one, so I assume that it's just this screw. And then hopefully the core will come out. I'm just going to rotate it back round to lock position and then gently remove it like that and put this here. Then that's an adapter, so we can just remove that. That doesn't really do anything. Just put it there. We have, as the lock is like this, we've got the actuator at the back here and a little pin to press down. So if we take the key out, that will make it a lot easier. Push down the pin and hopefully undo the collar. There we go, like that. And then we'll get that little actuator piece. Lots of grease in the lock, which is good. Tip out the spring for can from the back, just because it's nice to have everything out. Find a suitable follower, like this one. And we shouldn't need a shim on this one. So I'm going to risk it, I think, like that. Push through. And yeah, a little 5-pin. Oh, looks like you pin this one to 6, which would be nice. All of these, I imagine, are all standard pins. Nothing exciting about these at all. There you go. That's the core, nothing special. There's a key, we don't need it anymore. Got my tweezers. I'm expecting all of these to be standard pins. Yep, that's it. So let me just show you that. Nothing special at all standard driver pins, all standard key pins. Pretty easy pick, pretty easy rake, good fun, but unfortunately the core is nowhere near as nice as this lovely body. I really should find a better core for it, shouldn't I? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like. If you've got any comments, leave a comment below. I read them all, reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time.